Hey guys, I thought I'd try to make a kind of a video here to help people get started with making their own audio clips and viewing the audio that they get in the field. Um, Everyone always talks about the two free programs that you can download, Sonic Visualizer and Audacity. Um, Chris Spencer always recommended Sonic Visualizer for viewing your audio. And what I generally do with that, I'll go into File, I will open, and I'm going to do a short file instead of an entire night, just because it will open quicker and it will give you an idea of the process. Now that opened right away because it's so small. A large file, like if you've recorded all night, it's going to take several minutes to open up, but eventually it will get to where it looks like this. And so at this point, once you get it open, you will go to Pane, add spectrogram, and you want all channels mixed. Tap on that, and then you no longer need this upper channel. Exit that out. That will enlarge your lower screen. Go over here to color, tap on that, go down. Chris always recommended fruit salad. And your window, you want to tap on that, change that up to 4096. Then linear, you want to change that to logarithmic or log. And you can kind of see how that's taking shape. Right here, if you double tap, you can adjust this higher or lower depending on your personal preference and what you're trying to view. And that's how you do that. Now up here is you're at the 0 mark right now. If you hit play, but if you're reviewing an entire night, you can zoom out, and it would be here on your keyboard. And the more you zoom out, the more that the larger period of time you will see. And then when you hit fast forward, you'll go through it really quickly. So we went through like almost 4 minutes in just a second or two. So zooming out will, now you got to be careful. If you zoom out too far, you lose a lot of the detail. So you'll have to kind of play around with it and adjust your sensitivity here, as to how well you can see and what seems to work best for you, and how far you zoom out. Because if you zoom out too far, you might skip over something important that you're wanting to try to find. So again, you just kind of have to play with it and view your audio. And if you find something here that you like, you can, like, we'll go all the way back to the beginning here, or close to it. But you can, I'll zoom back in just so it doesn't go so fast. This is zoomed in really close. But as you're viewing it, you can look right here. This is your time, 1 minute 4 seconds. and then that will change. Now at your 1 minute 22 seconds. But that's not annoying at all. But you can, move this around, and if you're wanting to just like get this part here, you would write down your starting time would be 1 minute 14 seconds, or if you're in a larger file, it would be say like from my larger file, this was at the 6 hours 39-minute 57-second mark. So my recorder started at 6 p.m. I would add that 6 hours 39 minutes 57 seconds to that 6 p.m. start time, and that gives me 6 and 6 is 12, so it would be 12:39 in the a.m. So just after midnight, 20 till 1 almost in the morning is when this bit of audio began. So I write all that down, and then once I have viewed my entire night in the Sonic Visualizer program and wrote down all the clips that I want to make, then we will exit out of this, hit no for saving changes, and then we will go into Audacity. And I know I already have a couple in the works here. I will cancel those out just so we can. I think there's one more here. Let me cancel this just so I can show you the process. Okay. Now I'm going to, it takes some time for it to load, but I want to load that entire night. So I'll hit open, and that night was the 3rd. If you tap it twice, it'll automatically open it for you. And Audacity is kind of nice because it tells you the time remaining for the file to load. It kind of gives you an idea of when that's going to start or when it's going to be available. Now down here is kind of nice. This will be your start and your end time of the selection you make. So when you're making your clips, this is when your clip will begin, and then this is when your clip will end. And then as you hit play, this is your hours and minutes of your audio as it plays. Audacity is much, I feel like it's much more complicated. There's so many different tools. I know kind of the basics. I know enough to kind of clean up and amplify and do noise reduction to make my clips more easier to hear, take out some of the background noise, maybe the insects in the summertime that make so much noise, the cicada, the crickets, and you can zoom, kind of listen in better on what you're wanting to hear, amplify that. I'm running out of filler material here, so sorry. 40 more seconds, roughly. But yeah, I think audio is kind of, I really enjoy it. Back about 4 or 5 years ago, I was camping with my family in southern Indiana, and uh, we heard something early morning, and I got my cell phone out and made clips or made little recordings, and I posted it on Facebook, and Monongahela contacted me asking me to send it to him. I couldn't even figure out how to send an email. That's how bad I was with computers, and I still am. But I want to learn this. But when he did that analysis of that for me, I just thought, man, I would love to be able to do what he does. And I'm slowly learning, but I'm never going to be as good as he is. But it's fun to learn and to try. Okay, so this is loaded now. What I generally do in Audacity here, I want to fill that screen. So I put my cursor right on the bottom edge here, double tap and drag that down. And I want to get it right at the bottom there. And so this is about 14 hours. Yeah, it's 14 hours of audio. So what we want to do, we want to zoom in and find that 6 hour 39-minute mark. So we will hit this button here to zoom in, and we want to zoom in. I like to zoom in close enough to where we get 15-second intervals in between the minutes. So this is 6 and 7-minute mark, and you have 15, 30, and 45. So that's kind of where I like to have it. It makes it easier to get that clip started and stopped right where you want it. I go down here to this little square box, double tap and drag, and you can quickly go through to where that clip was at. We're at the 4 hour mark. Getting into the 6, we want 6:39. Okay, so there we are, 6:39 and 57 seconds. So you're almost at 6:40. So we'll tap right there and see what we have. So we got 6:39:56. That's close enough. So we'll go up here until your cursor turns into a little pointing finger. You know you're right on it. Once you have that pointing finger, you double tap and drag. And we want to take that out to 6 hours 43 minutes and 42 seconds. And if you look right down at the bottom here, here's your stop time. 6 hours 43. We got 55 right now. We want 42 seconds. So if you keep an eye on that, I'll go back up here till you get that. Your cursor turns into that finger again. Double tap. And now if you look down at the bottom of that stop time, you can bring that back to 42. There you go. And so now we got the start and stop time there, and the light blue is highlighted. And so we want to make a copy of this. So we will go up to Edit, go down to Copy, tap on that. Now we made a copy of it. Now we want to go to File, and we want a new file opened, and that's completely blank. So we go back into Edit, take that copy we just made, and we want to paste it on this new file. And there it is. And now we've made this clip. Now we could make pull it down like we did before to view the whole thing. We don't really need to do that, with this, the clip has been made. Now, if we want to save this clip, we will go, which is what we want to do, we'll go to File. We want to export. Then we will export audio. Tap on that. And then we can, I've already made a file of this, but I made it, I started out with making it the same as the file that I brought it out from. So CO3, and then I just put in a description, walking, and it's 12:39 a.m. and it is 0303, so it was actually that needs to be changed. It's 02. It's February. So it's the second month, third day of the month, 2021. And so now I will save that. Hit OK. And then it saves that, and you've got it right there close to the original by naming it, starting it out the same as your original long all-night file. So that's how I make a clip. Now, if I wanted to make a spectrograph, I would drag that down, and let's see, the first thing you want to do, go up here to Effect. Well, actually, let's do the spectrograph first. Go up here, tap on this section, go to spectrogram, then you go up here again, go into settings, and if you want to maybe take a screenshot of this, but this is what was recommended to me. You want logarithmic or log, minimum frequency, max frequency, your gain, your range. Grayscale is what everybody recommends. And you want this to be at 4096 like you did in the other program, the Sonic Visualizer. Hit OK. And that makes it easier to see. There's the footsteps there. So that's how you make a spectrogram. And once you have that spectrogram made, you can clean this up. You can kind of see the first thing you'd want to do. We can take out this noise down here. We can do a noise reduction. But first thing you want to do is see if you can amplify it at all. Go into Amplify. Now on this, it is actually recommending that you take it down a little bit so that you don't have, you have a peak amplitude and you don't want to go above that. You actually want to stay below that. It's recommended to stay below that by at least 3.0. So we will double tap on that, drag that downward to about -3. That's pretty close. Hit OK. And this protects the audio that you want to keep, or what you're wanting to hear well without it distorting. So now that you've done that, the next thing is to get rid of some of this low end noise here. You go back into effect again, go down to, it's actually opposite of what you'd think it would be, high pass filter, but that actually affects the low end. I've got mine set, what was recommended is 315 for your frequency, and you will roll that off anything below the 12 decibel level. I believe I'm saying that right, not sure. Again, I'm learning. Hit OK, and you see all that down there lighten up. So you've gotten rid of a lot of that noise. But now you still have background noise. Now, one other thing I should say, in the summertime, you will want to go down here. You've done the high pass filter, which affects the low end. In the summertime, the crickets are up here in the high end, just making all kinds of noise. In the summertime, you would want to do a low pass filter. This is what's recommended for your low pass filter. The frequency range, and you will roll that off by 12 decibel to quiet that down. Yeah, and I did say that wrong before. This is the range, the frequency range. Everything above that would be taken out, and you would reduce that by 12 decibels when you take that out up at that range and above. So we don't really need to do that because there's nothing on that high end this time of year in the wintertime. So I'm going to forego that. But now you still have your background noise, and you can really do away with a lot of that background noise. If I hit this back button, now everything was blue before the entire clip because you would affect everything at that point if you applied something. But what you want to do is take that off by hitting that back button. Now you don't have anything chosen right now. So what you want to do is choose a little bit of what they call clean audio. You will double tap right here and drag this across, and you want about 2 minutes or so of audio that doesn't have anything that you're wanting to save or keep, or you just want it to be clean background noise as much as possible. So once you've selected that, you go to Effect, you go to Noise Reduction, and this is giving you your noise profile, what you're wanting to get rid of. So you hit Get Noise Profile, it will look at this, and now it's ready to apply or get rid of that all the way across. But now you need to go over here and just tap in this area, and now you will cancel out the noise of your background noise of your entire clip because of that original selection of that small little area. You go back into Effect, go back down to Noise Reduction one last time, and these are the settings that are recommended. Noise reduction of 9, sensitivity of 6, frequency smoothing of 3. Hit OK. It's applying that, and now that has been applied. Now you go back, hit this again, it'll take that off your screen. Now you can listen to it. And one last thing I like to do is put gain. Bring that up kind of listen to it, see what you like the best. If it's too loud, you can take it down a little. I like to put it fairly loud because a lot of people, if I share this, make a YouTube video, it's a little tough to hear if you're not wearing headphones. So I put it fairly high just so people can hear it well. But there it is. So I hope that helps. I'm going to do another video to show you how to use that screen recorder, and I will try to post that when I get the time. But it's a one-time purchase, and this is my little icon for it. But I'm using it right now, so I can't really tap on it to show you. I'll probably have to use my cell phone possibly to record my desk area and kind of show you the process. But that's how you make an audio clip, and um, it just takes some repetition doing it over and over again. You get, at least I get a little bit, I'm kind of a slow learner, but I get a little bit better the more I do that, and I'm getting more familiar with it, learning little things, tricks here and there. But if that helps anybody, I hope it does, and maybe I'll start seeing some of your audio that you get, and we can kind of share thoughts, ideas, and all of us learn and get better together. So thanks for watching. I hope this wasn't too long and boring, but again, I hope it helps. Thanks for listening.